What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 5, Episode 7. This is the recap. Down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about this episode? How y'all feeling? Know what I'm saying? Your boy Uncle Marvin up out of here, and man, that was a crazy one, y'all. Snaps and Pops, they up out of here too. We smoking on that Snaps and Pops pack, but I ain't smoking on the Uncle Marvin pack. Know what I'm saying? I got way too much respect for him. I mean, damn. Know what I'm saying? I mean, Kanan done killed Uncle Lulu, Uncle Marvin. We know in the OG Power, he kills Jukebox as well. He even killed his own son, Sean. What the hell is going on? Like, man, he's killing his whole damn family, y'all. And I guess Rock, she's the last one left that we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see what's gonna happen to her. But based off what it's looking like, it definitely ain't looking too good for her. But shout out to your girl Jukebox. She did what she had to do in this episode. She took out the real enemies, Snaps and Pop. I'm glad they gone. Know what I'm saying? They was setting everything up. They thought they was real slick. But Detective Jukebox, she figured things out. Bitch ass Kanan, he didn't even want to defend his best friend, you know, Famous. And matter of fact, that's your best friend. You acting like you don't even give a damn. Why you name your son Sean then? I mean, this dude gotta be slow for real. I honestly believe in the script, when we talking about Kanan's character, in the details of his character, it has to say he has a mental illness. Something is not right for real. That boy needs some pills. He need a shot. He need something. A damn straitjacket. And of course, I already know what they gonna say. Y'all not gonna do nothing but forgive him just like y'all forgave Tariq after he killed Ghost. Not me. I ain't forgot about what Tariq did to Ghost, and I damn sure ain't gonna forget about what Kanan did to Uncle Lulu, what Kanan did to Uncle Marvin, what Kanan did to Jukebox, what Kanan did to Sean. I mean, damn. I really wish that Tasha's game plan would have been the game plan that Ghost went with, and that is drop Kanan off. But he didn't. Know what I'm saying? He had love for him, and that love stuff, it done cost you your whole damn life. He done kidnapped your damn son, brainwashed him, and then your son ends up taking you out the next season after Kanan gets smoked. I mean, damn. He should have just got rid of him when he had the chance to. Talking about Breeze is the problem. Well, it seems like Kanan is the real problem. But of course, we got to talk about it in this recap. I mean, a lot was going on. Of course, once again, RIP to your boy Marvin. It's a damn shame. He tried. He understood his time was coming. He was whether going to get locked up or get dropped off. And I guess they said, you know what? Let's make Kanan take out another uncle. Know what I'm saying? Let's hit him with another one on some DJ Khaled type stuff. Like, what the hell was y'all thinking allowing that to happen? But Marvin getting dropped off is not really a big surprise. You know what I'm saying? But Kanan doing it is very disappointing. You already know I'm not a fan of family killing family. And Kanan, he has a history of smoking his whole damn family. Like, man. And also, as I told you guys last night in my quick thoughts, early impressions, the Jukebox that we saw in the OG Power, that savage Jukebox, of course, she's going to be that savage Jukebox after this, right? And that savage Jukebox that we saw in the OG Power, let's just be honest. And y'all can let me know right now down below. Do y'all think if she knew what Kanan did to her father, she would ever forgive him for what he's done? Let's just be real, because we know it's no way in the hell that's ever going to happen, because she loved her father. That's all she really had. Not only did Kanan drop him off, but he dropped off Lulu as well. And we know Jukebox was the one that saved his life, right? Because Marvin was about to drop him off. So as I told you guys before, I'm going to ask you again. Do you believe that Jukebox from the OG Power, Savage Mode Jukebox, you know what I'm saying? Would she ever forgive him for doing that? Because I just cannot see it happening. I don't know what they're going to do, man. She can't find out. That's all I do know. There's no writing in the scripts that's going to explain, that's going to make her be okay and cool with that. Are you for real? So hopefully she never finds out. That's just what I'm hoping, but I guess we got to wait and see how this storyline is going to play out, y'all. But hey, it is what it is. But let's go ahead and begin the recap. I will try my best to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, I want you guys to let me know down below. So what do we see in episode 7 titled, Penultimate Means Second to Last? Now, once this episode started out with Marvin in the bed looking at the ceiling with that look on his face, with that look of death, with that look of, I'm about to catch a major L, you knew what time it was. You knew it was going to end with Marvin as well, especially in episode 6, the look on his face when Rock started that word with Hafiz. Marvin had the look of, oh man, it's over for real. Like, ain't no going back. This is going to be it for me. You know what I'm saying? For us. So Marvin already understood what time it was. He knew the end was near. Now we get to Hafiz and Stefano. And of course, Hafiz is pissed off because his boy got dropped off by Rock. This war is getting crazy. And we know Stefano tells Hafiz that he's going to take care of it. He's going to put a bullet in Rock in Marvin's head. It's going to be over. But don't worry, Stefano. Dumbass Kanan, he's going to do half of the work for you. He's going to drop off his damn uncle. Now we get to Marvin and Rock is hoping that Marvin is clapping Flossie's cheeks, but nah, he ain't clapping those cheeks yet. Know what I'm saying? They just talking, having good conversations. That's it. Now, Rock was hoping that they were smashing because maybe Marvin can ease things over after what dumbass Kanan ended up doing right in the last episode, popping up at her spot. Now, Flossie ain't going at all. And as we talked about before, once this happened, once she found out what Kanan was doing and that Kanan was the son of Rock, she was going to cut, business ties with her. And that's exactly what she ended up doing. She was not taking any more chances with Rock. And now Rock is pretty much screwed. And this is the last thing that they wanted, especially with this whole war going off with Stefano and Hafiz. I mean, damn, it ain't looking too good. Now we get to your girl Jarita and Kanan. She is very scared. She's pissed off about what Kanan has done with Flossie. She is warning Kanan how dangerous Flossie is. But of course, Kanan ain't really trying to hear it for real. Know what I'm saying? He pretty much tells her, look, Flossie ain't gonna do nothing to you. Jarita wasn't really trying to hear it. She pretty much says, screw you, Kanan. And Kanan tells her, F you. We wasn't even cool like that for real. It wasn't even real. So Kanan pretty much is pissed off at her. And his true colors is coming out. But I'm gonna tell you right now, once Jarita gets pregnant, things will change real quick, right? Now we get to Rock and Marvin, and Rock is so pissed off. She's like, screw Stefano, Breeze, Snaps, Pops. I mean, she wants to take them out. And Marvin is like, well, screw Kanan too. Like, if we're going to go at everybody, we're going to go at Kanan. He getting dropped off. And Rock does not want to hear that, right? And he is telling her the truth. Like, you got all this energy towards everybody else except your damn son. Now, Rock tells him, well, he's still a kid. He don't know what he's doing. She tells him, you would do the same if it was Jukebox. Man, look. We ain't talking about Jukebox right now. Jukebox ain't killed Uncle Lulu. Know what I'm saying? Jukebox ain't did that. You busy running around killing everybody else. Popping kids, dropped off Scrappy, put the hit on D-Wiz, dropped off Kanan's boy on the bike. Like, what the hell have you been doing? And we know that's Rock's weakness, Kanan. Her love for her son is her weakness. She has never really fully gone at him for real. And of course, now we're seeing those consequences of her actions by not doing that. We got a lot of family members dropped off, right? Now we get to Snaps and Pop and they tell Breeze, like, look, it's fair game on Rock and Marvin. You know what I'm saying? They done screwed things up. And now Stefano is telling us we can go ahead and take them out, but we want you and Kanan to do it. You need to make sure that Kanan is ready for this. And Breeze, he's a real one because he's like, look, that's a big task. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all don't like them, but that's his family. This ain't going to be easy, but of course they're putting that pressure on him to do it. And Breeze going to do what he got to do, but still, Breeze understands that this is something that probably does not need to happen because y'all know Breeze is big on family and blood and all that stuff. So this is very serious, but y'all know Breeze, he gonna do what he gotta do. But this conversation definitely showed us that Breeze has principles and he understands how important family is. Now, we get to Detective Garcia and of course he is being questioned about the captain. They're talking about the captain was under investigation and all this stuff. He was dirty. Detective Garcia, he played it smart. He's like, look, I don't know nothing about the captain being dirty. When we was having a conversation, we was talking about gambling and all that stuff. So he is trying to play it like he doesn't know what they talking about. But deep down inside, he is scared as hell. He understands that this is very serious. As I told you guys, Detective Garcia, you might as well get the hell out of Dodge before you end up smoked, just like everybody else. Now we get to Jukebox and dumbass Kanan, and she finally tells him she know who put down Fame, right? It was Snap and Pop. And of course, he ain't really trying to hear it, talking about, well, basically, if he was a snitch, he got what he got. He ain't got time to be thinking about dead, people or whatever. Like, really? So now this is where your energy is at? but we know you had a different tone when it first happened. So you switching up now? And Jukebox already understands, like, okay, I see what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's a punk for real. He ain't trying to do it for real. And Jukebox is like, well, I don't really need your help, but I was just letting you know because that was your best friend. Know what I'm saying? I don't even know why his dumbass named his son Shine if he ain't gonna do nothing about it. Well, I guess Jukebox gonna have to do it her damn self. Man, I already know he was pissing a lot of people off in this scene right here. Now we get to Pino and Rock, and Pino pretty much tells her that it is over. So she does not have the backing of Pino anymore. I mean, damn, this is the last thing that she wanted with this war going on. She needed all the protection, all the help that she can get, all the alliances that are, breaking down. And Rock, she's on the bad end of it, right? Now, she tells Pino that everybody that has, bet against her has lost. Pino don't give a damn about that. He says, look, the house, they coming to collect, know what I'm saying? So basically, he is telling her that your time is coming soon. All the dirt you've been doing, all the stuff you've been doing, oh, hell nah. You gonna pay for that. So Rock, Marvin, they're screwed either way. And they have some big Italian problems. Well, Rock definitely has some Italian problems because she's by her damn self in this last episode. Now, Breeze and Kanan's boys, they end up getting caught by law enforcement with those pills. And apparently they end up, talking or whatever. They turn in state evidence. And now Breeze is going to have some issues with Snaps and Pop later on in the episode. Now we get to Detective Garcia, Jukebox, and Marvin. And he tells her about the information that he got on Marvin and Amber. And basically, she's pretty much said that the guy was black, but she did not give up a name. So either way, he is starting to get screwed over on every side of the board. Know what I'm saying? He done for, right? And Marvin, he's trying to play it off like, well, they ain't got nothing on me and all that stuff. Well, Detective Garcia tells him, like, look, this is what they got. You are pretty much screwed, and I am done helping you guys. Know what I'm saying? This is it. As I told you guys, Detective Garcia, get the hell up out of Dodge before you get smoked, because it's getting real serious and bodies dropping off left to right. So I don't blame you if you are to leave. But once again, all this is doing is putting more mental pressure on Jukebox because she understands that her father is running out of options and she wants to protect him, somehow, some way. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Now we get to Rock and her new lawyer, and apparently Agent Tanner, they have an investigation going on the client that bought Rock's business at the Southside Plaza, right? And they're trying to get her on money laundering, right? And they're telling her, like, look, if you help us out, maybe I can help you. Know what I'm saying? Agent Tanner got his own case or whatever, but he wants Rock to help him so he can help her. And she's like, look, I ain't doing nothing, and I don't know what y'all talking about. They're telling her that she has a paper trail. They understand she has a connection with Stefano and all this stuff. I mean, they've been watching her. On top of that, the broker that she was working with, he ended up, I guess, making a statement talking about it was all like a scheme or whatever because she paid him more money and all this stuff. And to be honest with you guys, it seems like Rock is getting set up. That's exactly what it seems like. But it's crazy because it really did seem like maybe Marvin would get locked up. Well, now it seems like Rock could get locked up. And if she doesn't help out with Agent Tanner, she just may be screwed. So we're going to see how Rock is going to go out. But they're once again giving us that, go to prison or die type of storyline for her. Which one will she end up with? That's the question. Now we get back to dumbass Kanan and Breeze. And Breeze is telling him, like, look, Snaps and Pops, they want to make sure that you're dedicated. They need you to put down somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's whether going to be Rock or Marvin. They want Breeze to put down Rock because they don't believe Kanan can do it or whatever. Kanan tells Breeze that, look, that's my mom's. I got more beef with her, instead of Marvin. So it makes more sense for him to do it. And he tells Breeze they dropped off his best friend. So that's dedication because he ain't doing nothing to them. And he says, look, he ain't got to prove that he's dedicated. You know what I'm saying? He is going to do what he got to do for him. So he about to go out here and just kill Marvin because that's something that he's doing for him. No reason at all. I know Marvin beat the brakes off of you, but apparently that's not the case, right? Your moms didn't kill Famous. You know this. Snaps and Pops did it. But you still want to go out here and take them out. Like, this dude is slow as hell, y'all. I mean, damn. I really wish Marvin would have just continued to get him up out of here. And we could have just got like a Raisin Jukebox type of story. But hey, understand, y'all. It is what it is. Now we get the Jukebox and Marvin. And unfortunately, this is the last scene that we're going to see these two together. And we know Jukebox, she is very concerned. Marvin, he is acting like he doesn't give a damn. He's acting like he's going to be all good. She's like, look, man, what you going to do about this whole thing with, Garcia, this whole Amber, storyline that we got going on? Because it's looking like you screwed. And he don't believe they got enough. Know what I'm saying? But Jukebox understands that he is pretty much done for and things are getting worse. And she's trying to figure out what they need to do. She does not want anything to happen to her father. She wants to protect him, but we know it ain't going to be enough. And of course, he's making it like it's going to be cool. He gives her a hug and everything like that. And it really just sad because we know the end is near. Know what I'm saying? But of course, in episode 8, oh man, I can't wait to see Jukebox's, reaction when she finds out what happened to her pops. It's going to be crazy, y'all. It's going to be crazy as hell. Now we get to Kanan and Snaps and Pop, and Kanan confronts them about the whole thing that Jukebox told him about Fame and him getting taken out by them. And they did exactly what we just talked about in the What to Expect video and the Final Predictions video. They're going to lie about it. Of course, they're going to say people are just out there trying to make stuff up, trying to make it seem like it's some issues with us and all that stuff. And Kanan is like, well, I don't know what to believe now. Like, really? You don't know what to believe? You know what time it is, Kanan. Stop acting slow, or maybe he is kind of slow. And he talking about y'all trying to get me to do something that's real close to home or whatever, but he gonna do it. Know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it. Like, this dude, I just don't get it. I mean, this dude is really slow in the head for real. Now we get to Marvin and Breeze. They get into like a major shootout. One last little shootout for your boy Marvin before it's all over for him. We know somebody's end up getting dropped off, but Marvin was cool. Know what I'm saying? So after seeing this scene, I'm like, man, so maybe Marvin is going to be able to escape this somehow, some way. I mean, they ain't going to put him in 2 shootouts in 1 episode. But of course, it didn't really matter because he still was going to get his ass dropped off. Now we get the Jukebox and Aisha. Aisha has decided to pop back up once again. And I'm like, what the hell is you doing? Do you want to get caught in the crossfire? And we know Aisha, she wants to get back with Jukebox. But Jukebox ain't going. Know what I'm saying? She tells her that she is with Jackie. But Aisha understands that that's probably not real serious. Jukebox is just doing that in order to protect Aisha. Now, Aisha ends up seeing the gun that Jukebox has, and she flips out like, what the hell is you doing? And we know Jukebox tells her to just go. Know what I'm saying? Get the hell up out of here. And Aisha tells Jukebox whatever she's about to do, she would not make it if anything happens to Jukebox. So she really does love Jukebox, and she does not want anything to happen to her. Now we get to the last conversation between Marvin and your girl Rock, and man, another emotional conversation. And we know Rock, she's up there talking about Breeze and all this stuff and how Breeze is just like everybody else and he gonna get his. And Marvin's like, look, these streets ain't ours no more. We are marks out here. We got too many enemies. And he talks about how it used to be fun, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, getting his money, getting rep. But eventually, through time, all it did was create more problems. You know what I'm saying? The more money that they got, it's not going to fix anything, right? It's not going to fix the hole in our heart. And the hole that's in your heart is Kanan. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, don't nobody mean nothing to you for real. You know what I'm saying? Kanan is the only thing that matters to you. Me or Lulu, we don't mean nothing at all. And basically, you try to do whatever you can do to try to get him to love you for who you see yourself as. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to work because Kanan, he is just like the game. The more you push, the further away that shit gonna get. So he already understands that it's pretty much too late. And once again, as we stated, he understands that his time is coming. And of course, he is ready to accept that. The thing is Rock ready? Because sometimes it looks like she is. Then again, based off her actions, it does not seem like that's the case. But we gonna see. She got one more episode left. And man, I already know she gonna go out with the bang. Now we get back to Aisha, and this time she goes and she makes a visit to Kanan. And of course, she lets him know that Jukebox, she's about to do something real stupid. She had her gun. She's looking real crazy, right? Kanan talking about maybe she about to come and, try to take me out. Aisha's like, what the hell? Like, why you joking like that? Kanan is like, well, I don't even know if that shit a joke for real. And then he kicks her out. Know what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna be a joke for real if she finds out what you did to Marvin. And as I told you guys before, man, if she finds out that he did this to her father and what we saw in the OG Power went down, man, that's going to seem very weird in my opinion. Now, Jukebox has already got the drop on Snaps and Pop, and she's watching their every move, waiting to make her next move on them and get them up out of here. Meanwhile, we got the return of Trey Mott and your girl Rock. She is desperate. She says, you know what? Let me go ahead and go back and see if I can do some business with him, but he ain't going. He's like, hell nah. And you lucky I don't take you out right here. Trey Mott ain't about to go. I mean, Rock and Marvin, they almost took that boy out. So to be honest, I don't blame him. And also, we know that Trey Mott, he is confirmed for Power Origins, so his story is not over yet. Now we get the Snaps and Pop, and they had met up with Breeze. They're very pissed off and upset because the guys, they end up getting arrested. And of course, they learned about, Breeze's side hustle with Stefano with those pills. And they tell Breeze that he's pretty much done for. They don't want to work with him again. Now, Breeze was saying sorry that he can fix it and everything like that. He would just, having his little side hustle was not that big of a deal, but they don't want to hear it at all. And he is pretty much done for. And Breeze is like, really? Like, y'all cannot replace me. And I guess it doesn't really matter because they about to get their ass dropped off too. Now we get back to Rock, and she pops up at Pernissa's spot, and she sees her mother. She's asking about Pernissa, Unique, and all this stuff. They gone. Know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you probably should be packing your damn suitcase because usually, I would say go out on your shield, but it ain't looking too good, Rock. You might as well go ahead and leave. You got entirely too many enemies. We know Pernissa's mom, she was not going at all. And she pretty much told Rock, look, if you come back, I got a gun. And look, I'm not scared to use it. So Rock ain't got nobody left. Know what I'm saying? She ain't got none of her people she was working with at the very beginning. They all gone. Marvin, he about to get dropped off too. Lulu gone. I mean, damn. Your girl Rock is going out bad. So we're going to see how it ends up going for her. Now we finally get to your girl Jukebox and Snaps and Pop, and she catches them slipping. She says, look, y'all took out Famous. Of course they're going to lie like they always do, but Jukebox ain't going. She's like, look, police told me y'all did it, so let's get it popping. Literally, right? Now Snaps thought he was slick. He tried to pull out his strap. Next thing we know, Jukebox smokes the both of them. Know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what they get. All the dirt they've been doing for all these seasons. The puppet masters, you know what I'm saying? Having everybody do their dirty work. So now they have finally met their fate. We smoking on that Snaps and Pop pack, and man, it is hitting. And I'm glad Jukebox did this because we knew she was going to find out the truth, especially before dumbass Kanan was. And we know Jukebox was going to do something about it, unlike Kanan. Didn't do a damn thing about it at all, even after he found out the truth. I mean, dude, it's straight pathetic. Now we get to your boy Uncle Marvin, and we can see he has wrote a letter to Jukebox. He has a suitcase full of money, and he understands that his time is coming. It's looking like he is preparing to go down as far as maybe something happening to him, as far as maybe the law enforcement thing, or if somebody drops him off. But he just wanted Jukebox to have this because he understands that the time is coming real soon, right? Now we get back to Jukebox, and she has decided to go and visit her Aunt Rock. And I was hoping that these two would have, another scene together. Hopefully in the next episode we get more. But she does tell her that she knows that she did not drop off Famous. And I'm pretty sure she may end up telling her that she dropped off Snaps and Pop. Now we get to the end of the episode. We know Marvin, he took that money, that suitcase, and that letter to the church and let the pastor know to give it to Jukebox if something happens to him. And he does thank him for his time and wisdom. Now the whole time, Kanan, he was watching Marvin. You know what I'm saying? We saw him outside in the car. He waited until the pastor ended up leaving. Now he walked in, and Marvin was not believing that Kanan was there to do something to him. You know what I'm saying? Marvin could have easily had the drop on him because Kanan's back was to, Marvin at first. And then we know he turned around with the strap. And we know Kanan told him he's not there to rob the church. And Marvin understood that he was there to take him out. And I'm like, man, I really wish Marvin would have had that strap ready to go. Even if that is your nephew, you understand what time he on. Know what I'm saying? You know he dumb. You know how he be acting. So I was hoping that Marvin would have been ready for this. But unfortunately, that was not the case. Marvin, I guess he is really just tired of all of this. As he, explained time and time again. He is tired of it all, right? And he tells Kanan, like, look, this gonna hurt you. This is gonna stay with you for a long time, but eventually you're gonna get over it. But by that time, basically, you gonna be dead inside. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be nothing left. And Kanan like, well, is that what happened to you? And Marvin's like, hell nah, because I'm not low down and dirty like you. You don't care about nobody but yourself. I mean, that's it. And Kanan understands this is all true. And Marvin tells him, when you die, you gonna die alone because ain't gonna be nobody left. I mean, you ain't gonna have nobody. And this is exactly how Kanan ended up dying in the OG Power. And he tells Kanan, basically, what are you waiting for? If you gonna do it, go ahead and just do it. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. He shot your boy Marvin 3 times. I'm like, damn. And they showed the replay like it was on some Call of Duty kill cam, some WWE, special. They kept showing it over. I'm like, what the hell is y'all doing? I'm not trying to see this 3 times in slow motion on some Matrix type stuff. Like, come on. And then, of course, we can hear older Kanan talking about, if you didn't hate me before, you gonna hate me now. Know what I'm saying? And I don't give a F. Well, of course, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the fans are definitely hating Kanan now. Some hated him before. Know what I'm saying? Actually, I will say before all this happened, before raising Kanan, Kanan actually was not that much of a hated character. He was very, ruthless, of course, but the fans did not hate him like they're doing right now. He is definitely very hated. Like, come on. You're going to drop off both of your uncles? Because before raising Kanan, we didn't know this story, right? We didn't know any of this existed. Of course, they had to write it. You know what I'm saying? But still, before it was like, okay, they set Kanan up. He gets released and now he wants payback. So it's very understandable for him to go out there and get that payback, and why he targeted Tariq and all the stuff that he did. But as I told you, at that particular time, we never had this origin story. But after getting this part of the story, now it feels way better to watch Kanan get his ass smoked in the OG Power. Now, the crazy thing about this is we already know that Jukebox is supposed to be worse than him. She's supposed to be more of a savage, more ruthless than Kanan ever was. So as I told you guys before, with the death of her father, we know Jukebox, she's going to go ultra instinct. Know what I'm saying? She's going to go crazy, right? But the thing is, she is not supposed to be in Power Origins, which is pissing me off the more I see this story, because come on, we need to see more of the Jukebox story, y'all, and I hope she is able to make it in Power Origins Season 2 or something. They cannot be finished with this story. We know Jukebox, she knew Tommy and Ghost, they knew her, so it is something that I hope they can bring to the table. I understand that your girl, Haley Kilgore, she's doing another show right now, but man, we need this, this other part. We need it. We got to have the complete story. I just want to see more of her. That's just me, but y'all can let me know what y'all think. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about episode 7? As I told y'all, we smoking on that Snaps and Pop pack. Respect to your boy Marvin, Uncle Marvin. He did what he had to do. I mean, he disciplined his nephew like he needed to be disciplined. And of course, he did make mistakes throughout his journey on the show, but he did try his best to fix those mistakes. And we know he tried his best to be a good father to Jukebox. But of course, you already know I'm going to be dropping that what to expect for episode 8 over the weekend. We got to talk about it, man. It's going to be a crazy series finale, and I cannot wait to see it. Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.